During a service upgrade, a loose connection was found in the electric range fuse cartridge. Despite the panel replacement, 122 volts were present on the range's frame. The investigation revealed that the hot and neutral wires had been reversed in the receptacle. The homeowner was unaware of the wiring error and intended to rent the unit. The loose connection could have caused an electrical short circuit, potentially leading to a fire or electrocution. The reversed wiring created a dangerous situation where the range frame was energized, exposing users to electric shock. Without correction, a serious accident could have occurred if the homeowner had used the range. The loose connection was tightened. The reversed wiring was corrected. The homeowner was informed of the hazard and instructed not to use the range until it was repaired. Some safety recommendations are: firstly, always check electrical connections thoroughly before powering up equipment. Secondly, use a multimeter to verify proper wiring orientation. Thirdly, never assume a previous electrical installation is correct. Fourthly, exercise caution when working with open electrical circuits. Fifthly, inform homeowners about electrical hazards and the importance of proper electrical maintenance. This incident emphasizes the critical importance of electrical safety. A seemingly simple wiring error had the potential for devastating consequences. Electricians, by adhering to proper precautions, play a crucial role in preventing electrical accidents and safeguarding lives. Electrical safety is paramount in all electrical work. When performing service upgrades, it is essential to meticulously inspect existing wiring and connections, even after installing new equipment. A loose connection, while seemingly minor, can generate excessive heat, leading to insulation breakdown, arcing, and potentially a fire. The presence of 122 volts on the range frame is a clear indication of a hazardous condition. This voltage level is sufficient to cause a painful and potentially fatal electric shock. A multimeter is an indispensable tool for identifying such issues. Always verify that the voltage between the hot wire and the neutral wire is approximately 120 volts, and the voltage between the hot wire and ground is also approximately 120 volts. The voltage between neutral and ground should be very low, ideally close to 0 volts. Reversed wiring, where the hot wire is connected to the neutral terminal and vice versa, creates a particularly dangerous scenario. In this situation, the appliance chassis, which is normally grounded for safety, becomes energized. Touching the appliance while in contact with a grounded object can result in a severe electric shock. Homeowners often lack the technical expertise to identify and address electrical hazards. It is the electrician's responsibility to educate them about potential dangers and the importance of regular electrical maintenance. Rental properties, in particular, require thorough inspections to ensure the safety of tenants. A proactive approach to electrical safety can prevent accidents and save lives. Always disconnect power before working on electrical circuits. Use appropriate personal protective equipment such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. Double-check all wiring connections to ensure they are tight and secure. When in doubt, consult with a qualified electrical inspector. Regular inspections of electrical systems can identify potential problems before they escalate into hazardous situations. Look for signs of damaged wiring, loose connections, and overloaded circuits. Replace any worn or damaged components immediately. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are life-saving devices that can detect even small leakage currents and quickly disconnect power. Install GFCIs in areas where water is present, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor receptacles. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or SIs, provide protection against fires caused by arcing faults. A SIs can detect dangerous arcing conditions and shut off the circuit before a fire can start. Ensure that all electrical work complies with the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local electrical codes. The NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for safe electrical installations. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents, allowing them to flow back to the source and trip the circuit breaker. This prevents the appliance chassis from becoming energized and reduces the risk of electric shock. Use properly sized conductors for all electrical circuits. Undersized conductors can overheat, leading to insulation breakdown and potentially a fire. Label all electrical circuits clearly to facilitate troubleshooting and maintenance. A well-labeled panel makes it easier to identify and disconnect specific circuits when necessary. Never overload electrical circuits. Overloaded circuits can cause the circuit breaker to trip or, in more severe cases, a fire. Avoid using extension cords as a permanent wiring solution. Extension cords are intended for temporary use only. If you need additional outlets, have a qualified electrician install them. Be aware of the presence of underground utilities before digging. Contact your local utility companies to locate any buried cables or pipes. Damaging underground utilities can be extremely dangerous. If you encounter any unfamiliar electrical situations, consult with a qualified electrician. Do not attempt to perform electrical work if you are not properly trained and qualified. Electrical safety is the shared responsibility. By taking proper precautions, electricians, homeowners, and tenants can all contribute to a safer electrical environment. Remember that electricity is a powerful force that must be treated with respect. Always exercise caution and follow safety guidelines when working with electrical systems. The incident described involved a combination of factors that created a dangerous situation. The loose connection in the fuse cartridge likely caused intermittent power to the range, which may have contributed to the homeowner's initial complaint. The reversed wiring in the receptacle, however, was the primary hazard that led to the energized range frame. The fact that the range frame contacted an abandoned gas pipe created a path for the electricity to flow, resulting in the sparks and melting of metal. This incident highlights the importance of checking for proper wiring polarity whenever working on electrical systems. A simple polarity tester can quickly identify reverse wiring. It is also crucial to ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded. Grounding provides a safety path for fault currents, preventing the appliance chassis from becoming energized. In this case, the lack of proper grounding allowed the range frame to become energized, creating a shock hazard. The NEC specifies the requirements for grounding electrical systems. These requirements are designed to ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded and that fault currents can safely flow back to the source. The NEC also provides guidelines for the installation of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs. GFCIs are designed to protect people from electric shock by detecting small leakage currents and quickly disconnecting power. GFCIs are required in areas where water is present, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor receptacles. The homeowner's intention to use the property as a rental unit further underscores the importance of electrical safety. Landlords have a legal and ethical responsibility to ensure that their properties are safe for tenants. This includes ensuring that the electrical systems are properly installed and maintained. Regular inspections of rental properties can identify potential electrical hazards and prevent accidents. The incident described also highlights the importance of communication between electricians and homeowners. The electrician in this case properly informed the homeowner about the electrical hazard and instructed her not to use the range until it was repaired. This communication was essential in preventing a potential accident. Electrical safety is a continuous process. It requires ongoing vigilance, education, and adherence to safety guidelines. By working together, electricians, homeowners, and tenants can create a safer electrical environment for everyone. The voltage on the range frame of 122 volts is a significant safety concern. Even though it might seem like a relatively low voltage, it is more than sufficient to cause a dangerous and potentially fatal electric shock, especially if a person is in contact with a grounded surface at the same time. This voltage level underscores the importance of grounding and the proper wiring of electrical circuits. The incident with the gas pipe is also concerning. The arcing and melting of metal indicates a substantial flow of current. This situation could have easily ignited the gas pipe, leading to a fire or explosion. It is crucial to ensure that all gas pipes are properly bonded to the electrical grounding system. Bonding helps to equalize the potential between the gas pipe and the electrical system, reducing the risk of arcing. The electrician's use of a multimeter to check for voltage and the range frame was the correct course of action. A multimeter is an essential tool for any electrician. It can be used to measure voltage, current, resistance, and continuity. Before working on any electrical circuit, always use a multimeter to verify that the power is off. The electrician's discovery of the reversed hot and neutral wires in the receptacle is a common but dangerous wiring error. This error can occur when someone incorrectly connects the wires in the receptacle. It is important to carefully check the wiring of all receptacles to ensure that the hot, neutral, and ground wires are properly connected. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides specific requirements for the wiring of receptacles. These requirements are designed to ensure that receptacles are wired safely and correctly. The NEC also specifies the types of receptacles that are required in different locations. For example, ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, receptacles are required in bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. The use of 3-wire receptacles without a grounding conductor is an older wiring practice that is no longer permitted in new installations. 3-wire receptacles do not provide a safety ground, which can increase the risk of electric shock. If you have 3-wire receptacles in your home, you should consider replacing them with grounded receptacles. The NEC provides guidelines for replacing 3-wire receptacles with grounded receptacles. The electrician's advice to the homeowner not to use the range until it was repaired was the correct course of action. It is important to prioritize safety and to avoid using any electrical equipment that is known to be unsafe. The homeowner's intention to rent the property out highlights the importance of ensuring that all electrical systems are safe before tenants move in. Landlords have a legal and ethical responsibility to provide safe housing for their tenants. This includes ensuring that all electrical systems are properly installed and maintained. Regular inspections of rental properties can help to identify potential electrical hazards and to prevent accidents. The electrical panel upgrade that the electrician performed was a good step in improving the safety of the electrical system. However, it is important to ensure that the entire electrical system is safe and that all wiring errors are corrected. A thorough inspection of the electrical system can help to identify any potential hazards. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, is a comprehensive set of standards for the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. The NEC is updated every 3 years to reflect the latest advancements in electrical safety. Electricians are required to be familiar with the NEC and to follow its requirements when performing electrical work. The NEC covers a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and equipment installation. The NEC is an essential resource for anyone who is involved in electrical work. Electrical safety is a critical concern for everyone. By following safety guidelines and by taking proper precautions, we can all help to prevent electrical accidents and to protect ourselves from electric shock. The presence of 122 volts on the range frame presents a very real and immediate danger. This voltage, while not the full 240 volts of a typical range circuit, is still well above the threshold for causing serious injury or death through electric shock. The fact that the range frame became energized due to reversed wiring is a significant code violation and a clear indication of unsafe installation practices. Reversed polarity, where the hot and neutral conductors are swapped, can lead to various hazards. Appliances may operate, but their internal components are not properly protected, and the chassis or frame can become energized, as was the case here. This creates a shock hazard for anyone who touches the appliance while also being in contact with a grounded surface such as a water pipe or a concrete floor. The abandoned gas pipe provided a path to ground, completing the circuit and causing the arcing and melting that occurred when the range frame touched it. This situation could have easily resulted in a fire or explosion if the gas pipe had been actively in use and had developed a leak. The electrician's quick thinking and use of a multimeter were crucial in identifying and mitigating the hazard. A multimeter is an indispensable tool for any electrician, allowing for the safe and accurate measurement of voltage, current, and resistance. Before working on any electrical circuit, it is essential to verify that the power is off using a multimeter. The electrician's discovery of the reversed wiring highlights the importance of thorough inspection and testing, even after completing a service upgrade. It is never safe to assume that existing wiring is correct, as previous installations may have been performed improperly or may have deteriorated over time. The fact that the homeowner was unaware of the wiring error and intended to rent the property underscores the importance of electrical safety inspections for rental units. Landlords have a legal and ethical responsibility to ensure that their properties are safe for tenants, and this includes ensuring that the electrical systems are properly installed and maintained. Regular electrical inspections can identify potential hazards before they cause accidents or injuries. The electrician's recommendation to the homeowner not to use the range until it was repaired was the correct and responsible course of action. It is always better to err on the side of caution when dealing with electrical hazards.